Here we go.
Let's run now. You got this.
You've got 10 kills remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for another Division build video. It is December 2018, hence the hat my daughter picked out for me today and dared me to wear on a video today. So here we are. You got to do what your kids ask, right? You got to keep them happy. You got to keep them entertained. But today, as you saw in the video before this, I am bringing you my 1.8.3 6-piece Alpha bridge. This is my build that I run. With this build, not only can I do damage and wreck and skirmish with it, you can last in the DZ. So here it is. This is what I run. Look at before we even get into anything, as you can see, I am almost at, with being 6,500 firearms, 6,600 stamina, and you're like, man, that's not a lot of firearms. Look at that. I am almost at 500,000 firearms and 500,000 toughness. Almost as close as you can get it, I think, is this build right here. Let's get into it. I run a house. What everybody asks for, what everybody wants is responsive deadly. But wait, I got competent on that with it. That's what the 4-piece Alpha is going to give you. We'll get into the details of that here in just a second. But responsive, deadly, competent. My secondary is actually not a bad one. It's unforgiving, responsive, and competent. As you can see, nothing carries over to that just because this is an exotic. That third talent's not going to carry over to that. But here are the mods for my house. And here are the mods for my secondary there. I just run a predatory pistol just to try to get my health back up if need to be. But what's great about this build is because you have a great chance to get your recovery link, which is going to give you that overheal. Let's get into it here. I have a 6-piece Alpha here. This is the chest piece rolled for stamina, health, skill haste, ammo capacity. Let's get into what the details of it are. Set bonus 2, health regen, 100%. Okay, me personally, that don't mean jack. Okay, that's only when you're out of combat, your health's going to regen that much quicker. Or how many times are we out of combat, at least in skirmish? Not a whole lot, because we can't even change our builds if we want to, if once we get in there. More times than not, unless you completely run away from your team. But what the bread and butter of this build gets into is from set bonus 3 on. So now we're going to set bonus 3. We're getting that extra 5% weapon damage. That ain't just saying the ARs. That ain't just saying the SMGs. This is saying 5% weapon damage altogether added. Bam. My pistol is now going to do 5% more weapon damage. Set bonus 4. You can read it there. So what that basically saying is if you have the same category of, so if you got 2 SMGs, okay, now I can carry that talent over to my primary, and then that my third slot primary is going to carry over to my secondary. However, there is an exception here with, as we said just a minute ago, the house being an exotic, that talent is not going to carry over. Set bonus 5 as I scroll past it there. We're adding another health regen. Awesome. If you can use it, more power to you. But now we're adding another 10% weapon damage. So now we're up to 15% weapon damage all across the board. Anything we pull out is going to cause 15% more weapon damage. But here's where it makes this build so awesome. I'm not your school teacher. I'm not going to read that whole thing to you. But basically what that's saying is, in a nutshell, upon a kill, that you're going to have a chance to get one of the 3 signature skills. Those skills are going to pop up. So your tack link's going to pop up. Your survivor link's going to pop up. Your recover link's going to pop up on a kill. On an NPC, they got to be a purple or above. Or a player, it'll happen. So with this, now after you kill somebody, say you're in heated battle, you're battling a team in the DZ, you kill one of them. Now you get tack link. Okay? You get tack link for putting him down. You smack him. Now you got survivor link. So you got tack link and survivor link up for a period of time. A lot of that depends on your electronics. As you can see here, I'm not rolling even across the board. I'm running 6.6 in the base at 2900. But you have a few second window there to where you have both active. So you can have your survivor link to survive if that guy you just knocked down took some of your health. So you got survivor link there, and now you got the tack link. This is just an example. Now the next person that's in line, now you got both those active, and then you can hit them. Now let's just say you get recovery link then. So bam, next thing you know, your health's going back up. You're moving on to the third guy. Okay, this build is an amazing solo build. Not meta, not the Nomad, not the Pred, but try this build in the DZ at these stats. You will be surprised of your survivability. So there it is there. We're rolling crit chance. Crit chance is going to push my firearms and my primary firepower up. But I'm rolling these are rolled for stamina to try to get that evened out at 6 and 6. So I got both of them at that. We're going to move down to the mask. The mask, I'm rolled crit chance, burn resistance, rolled for firearms. And again, I got a stamina crit chance mod here. Down the knee pads, we're rolled stam here, crit damage. We're still trying to push that crit damage out as much as we can, because crit damage and crit chance equals higher DPS on the players or the NPCs you're fighting against. So the minor attributes here is disorient, bleed, and blind. I'd rather have bleed, shock, and burn here. If you can get that, that'd be great. Again, rolling stamina crit chance, and I'm rolling self-aid or first aid self-heals here for my performance mods. On to the backpack. We got crit damage again, trying to push that out. Ammo capacity, because with ammo capacity on both the chest and the backpack, that gives us, because what are we running with? We're running 2 SMGs, or maybe you're going to run with 2 ARs. You're going to burn through that ammo. So preferably have ammo capacity on both if you can do it. If not, at least put that crit and health. You got crit on your backpack, and at least put health on your chest piece there. And then whatever you prefer there as far as skill haste, EDR, EAD, whatever you prefer on your chest piece there. Moving on down, there's the 6-piece bonuses for that. Again, we're rolling stamina crit chance with first aid self-heals. Down the gloves, God rolled there, rolled for firearms, maxed out at 1001. And we're at 6, 17, and 12 on our stats there. Again, there's the stats for the 6-piece. Down the holster finally. We are maxed out at 14-1 across the board with crit chance. Again, we're pushing out some first aid self-heals there. So let's move over to my skills. My skills, I run the booster. You can see with those self-heals, it's going to bump it up to 48,000. That's just basically giving you an extra chance, giving you extra health to survive if needed. But what do we talk about? You know, with competent, that's going to give us extra damage. So not only are we going to get extra damage from just using competent, now we're going to get extra damage from using a booster. Plus, we're going to get extra resistance from using a booster, along with almost 50,000 health if we need it. And I just run the immune box here just to combat that pred bleed. So that's why I dropped that, and I run a blue with it. Over with the talents, again, you've seen in some other build videos. I like making the L. You run adrenaline for the combat or for the pred bleed, and my controller's starting to act crazy, but you can see there I am running critical save, combat medic, and strike back if my controller would cooperate. Gotta love the elite controllers sometimes. So there's my talents on that. I appreciate you guys tuning in, checking it out. We're getting ready to go in the DZ here. So come back next time. If you like what you see, subscribe to this channel. You know, hit that bell button for next time I put some videos out. Div 2 is coming. We are going to be putting more videos out. The beta is supposed to be dropping next month. Next month. And we're going to be putting some stuff out about that. Subscribe here. Check out my Twitch. I'm still on Mixer here and there, so check that out. The links are right above me here in my, whatever you call that banner. So, guys, there's also links down below. Appreciate you checking it out. I will see you next time. 2 Asterisk out.